All right, some breaking news. The oversight chairman, James Comer of Kentucky, will be viewing more of those FBI documents at 4 p.m. in their SCIF. That's their secured location. These are 1023s like previous documents that he will be looking at behind closed doors in a secure location. All of this, of course, efforts to continue to look into what may be going on with the Biden family. Many allegations out there. This is an effort to find out more details on the story, the narrative that the Biden family is the so-called crime family. They're trying to establish exactly what there is there, if you will. So here to discuss, prosecutor and host of Today with Dr. Wendy on KCBQ Radio, Wendy Patrick, and retired senior chief petty officer in the U.S. Navy, member of the SEAL Team 6, and author of The Operator Firing the Shots That Killed Osama bin Laden and My Years as a SEAL Team Warrior, Robert J. O'Neill. Mr. O'Neill, tell me your thoughts as you see this with Hunter Biden, sir.
Well, my thoughts, I'm not an attorney, but I do have a brain in my head, and I like to keep my mind open. And you just see how there's two different sides. If I know gun laws, and if I did what he did with a gun, I wouldn't get a pretrial diversion. I'd be probably in prison. And these are two things that this administration loves: is they love the IRS and taxes, and they love trying to get rid of guns. And Hunter Biden, broke two of those, among other things. He pleads guilty, and then he's going to get probation and a fine, and that's about it. And you see what's happening. Nothing's going to happen to him. That's how it rolls with actually Washington D.C. and especially this administration.
Yeah, Wendy, you are a prosecutor. What should happen to, I'm going to say, a regular American who might be charged with the same things?
Yeah, Katrina, that's the question that people are asking themselves. It's a sweetheart deal. It's a sweetheart charge. Remember, there's a host of charges that could be possible for any of the crimes that Hunter Biden's being investigated for. I think, Katrina, what struck me as unique, perhaps, about this plea deal is it has nothing to do with the ongoing investigation. I mean, this is missing a tax deadline. They're investigating influence peddling and bribery, and more importantly, whether or not the president, the big guy, is guilty by association. So whether or not the average American would be given misdemeanors for missing a tax deadline, maybe they would, but that has not been the genesis of this investigation. And that, I think, is the larger story. And that is why it is not case closed. If anything, it's now probably going to make it easier to get at some of the information that beforehand the department was saying, well, there's an ongoing investigation, we can't give you anything. Well, guess what? Now it's over, and there's going to be a plea.
Well, part of the allegations, Robert, of course, is that the Biden family got a lot of money, millions of dollars from China. So we just saw Antony Blinken, the Secretary of State, go over to China and had what a lot of people feel was a weak meeting with the leader of China. As an esteemed member of the military yourself, what are your thoughts when you see that?
Well, first of all, it should be, if you're meeting with Xi Jinping, you should have the president meeting with him, but I don't think our president is capable of meeting with someone like Chairman Xi. So they sent, Secretary of State, he does diplomacy, but he basically went over there and he said, well, we're going to talk to them nicely, and maybe we can talk nice between the navies. China actually said, no, we're not going to do that, and we're not going to talk. And this is while they're building up a base in Cuba. And what all Secretary Blinken said basically was, yeah, we're not standing behind Taiwan, so do as you will. And right now, we don't have a deterrence. We don't have forward defense. And China is far from afraid of us. They're making sweet deals right now with everyone from Saudi Arabia to Russia, and that's what they're doing. And we're going to do what we always do. We'll talk about the hoax of climate change.
And Wendy, Patrick, last thoughts on specifically on Hunter Biden and the Biden family. Are they a crime family? All of these allegations we're hearing. Where do you think that James Comer and the House Oversight Committee should go next? What would you want to see? What kind of evidence?
I think they're going in the direction that anybody would want to go. They've got now new evidence. They're going to be looking at more documents. Eventually, hopefully, they'll hear those audio recordings. It wasn't a surprise to hear the charges against Hunter today. What was a surprise was how long it took to get to this point. They knew he blew the tax deadline back in 2018. So I would imagine it's full steam ahead despite this plea with what they're really investigating.
All right, Wendy Patrick, Robert O'Neill, appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.